Okay, so first of all, hi everyone. I will just do a quick recap if you haven't checked any of my websites or my blog. Of course, I will share those in the description. So actually, my YouTube channel will contain a lot more than just music videos because it's more like general channel for me, closely connected to my blog and my other hobbies and occupations. However, I will also start a series, and this is the first part of that. The main idea, by the way, and you will see that this video is mainly without any major cuttings. So the main idea behind this is just to provide you. Okay, let me give you some context. So the thing is, about maybe a month ago, kind of like that, I decided to start my music journey again for the fifth time now. And give me a second. Okay, I'm here. So and yeah, I started it several times before. I'm also doing a podcast, so feel free to check that out for more information about this. It's just the regular beginner thing, you just start something, and when it gets a bit hard or when you see challenges, you kind of drop it and then blame it on something. Or at least that was it for me. I had many reasons, of course, which if you're interested, let me know just down below or something, and I can make a separate video about it too. Just yeah. The thing is, this is not my first time, but I never. It's very sad, but I never actually ventured past a few, I don't know, few note song, nothing major, and it was always quite short. So now it would feel alright, why is this guy uploading videos and we want to see something great, right? Yeah, so that's the point of these videos, because the thing is that all you see on YouTube is how great everyone is, right? You see talents, perfect, great guitarists, with crazy talent for it, right? That's what you see most of the times, and it feels alright, this is a great motivation. But I think in the same time it's a bit, I wouldn't say demotivating, but I don't know, I always felt I want to see struggle in some ways. I want to feel that some people actually in the same place as I am, and some people actually having challenges with these things. And I don't know, I checked many of the videos, and very often, even the videos 10-15 years ago, let's say the major bassist or something, they were just already very good. The video quality was not there yet. The production was nowhere as crazy as today, but for sure the talent, the skill in it was there. Yeah, but what I believe in is talent is a bit overrated. I'm not saying it's not important, but I'm saying your motivation is more important. I'm saying if you set your mind to something, that counts more. And that's where we usually fail, right? We just somehow abandon all these journeys. Not everyone, of course, but I think it's a notion that we very often do. And again, you don't have to put yourself in this bracket if you don't feel like it, but I certainly did feel like that. And yeah, and in some sense, no matter how motivating it was to look at all these, at the same time it felt a bit demotivating because they were just so perfect. And yeah, that's how the idea of this video series came, and some of my blog posts and stuff is that actually I'm in my journey right now. I'm in my guitar journey. I kind of started it from scratch, it is from scratch. I'm really not advanced at this point, and what I'm trying to provide you over the videos and over the months and years, or let's see where it goes, of course, but what I will try to provide you is just where I'm at, right? I will try to provide you all the struggles I have. I will try to show you the current level. I will not cut it, okay? I will not try to make it perfect. Maybe there will be videos where I actually perform something from the start to the beginning, and that will be maybe cut. So I'm not saying it will never happen, but maybe that will be under another series. But the major videos here talking about my progress, because that's the main thing. Of course, I can also talk about gear because I have like some experience just from the months of like browsing online, what to get, what is the best option these days, and of course the best is always the best for you, and in this case the best for me. So it's not that black and white, but I can provide you my findings, and then you can see if it works for you or not. Yeah, but the thing is, I want to show you how this journey goes. I want to just evolve with you and just get better and better over the months, and I want to document it. And yeah, in some sense it serves me too, because I'm more accountable, okay? Like, people will either ask for these videos, or at least it keeps me practicing more. So it feels like a win-win. If any of you will like actually watch these and will be a motivation for you, then that's great, and I'm very happy about it. But it will also serve like a huge motivation for me too. And I'm sure there will be like negative people and like, I don't know, just the usual, but I'm ready to deal with that to provide this series. Because I think there should be a few series on YouTube where people actually just learn things. And I don't know, like in 5 years maybe, looking back at where I was, and you can look at back where I was, okay? Like, you can follow the journey throughout and say that, all right, let me see how this guy, because like, okay, we will see how the future goes, but if I get good by any chance in 5-10 years, and maybe in 10 years you're watching my crazy good videos, okay, like that's possible after who knows how many thousands of hours, and you would say like, all right, this guy is like super talented, and then maybe like you just figure out that like how it is with everyone else, that talent is a bit overrated, and most of the times when you see someone real good, they just put hours and hours, thousands of hours of practice into that hobby, and they got good because of their perseverance, they got good because of their determination, them not giving up. That's what gets you good. So what I'm saying, if this works out, and in who knows how many years I will be actually good, like me and you too, as like as the audience, you can just go back, check what happened in 2024, and like how this guy fared. And you know what you will find out? That this guy struggled. Picking was not great, like muting was not great, there was hundreds of issues, and from those videos you will feel, alright, like if this happened throughout the years, I can also get there. So anyhow, that's the quick introduction about the current music, the place where I am currently. So I have an electric guitar, which you see right here. I think I will do a gear video, so let's not waste time with just showing it. I will do it later, but the thing is, I have this electric, I have a bass. I started the journey kind of together. I think I will have a separate video on bass. Yeah, I will also do a video about what I think how people should start, just based on my experience. I think this will also make it to a podcast episode, so feel free to check that too. I think I will release it next week or something. But anyhow, I just like wanted to get you up to date. So my current status, so I'm doing the Justin guitar course. I'm sure you know that it's very popular. After some like search, I just realized that that's the one I want to do, because everyone said it's good and it's like structured well and stuff like that, which is very important for me. More about this later. But yeah, so I started that course maybe a month ago, give or take, and currently I'm in the beginner guitar course. Let's see. Yeah, I'm at module 4. I actually finished module 4, but I haven't progressed beyond it. I'm doing the practice session from it. I'm just telling you this so you can and then later on reference to it. I'm just like quick check what's in module 4. So yeah, there is the D minor chord, like metronome was introduced, a strumming pattern, how to read guitar tabs, like some small riff, like Sunshine of Your Love. And yeah, and what happened so far, just to pick you up. So, like, of course, some basic things how to tune guitars. I learned A and D chords, so that's that. I also had some like strumming lessons and some other riffs. Yeah, I learned E chord. I learned about the capo and A minor chord. So like some of the basics, really. So I think A minor, D minor, E minor, and A, D, and E. Technically, that's where I'm at right now. And yeah, and even that is not perfect. The practice lessons are very good, by the way. It's like try to force you to progress. That you can like. It tries to force you to learn fast chord changes, but it also tries you to just be able to do it perfectly. And also there's some practice with songs and stuff like that. Anyhow, if you never knew about it, I'm not sponsored or anything, but check it out because I think it's truly a great resource and it's free. Um, yeah, and that's where I'm at. And with bass, by the way, I'm doing the bass bass course, which is not free, but the theme is quite reasonable. But more on that in the bass video. So what I plan for today, apart from this like small introduction and getting you up to date, is to show you where I'm at before I progress to module 4 within the beginner course. I think I will just play some chords. I will maybe do that one riff or two riffs I learned from Justin. And please bear in mind, I will not cut this. I'm sure I will mess up. I don't know where my challenge is like currently. I think the muting is not. I wouldn't even say it's not there yet. It's not anywhere yet. So I'm sure like some of the more experienced people will like just plug their ears because gladly I'm not playing violin because probably that would be disaster just listening to my struggle. I think with the guitar is just a bit better. Of course it's not piano level, but still it's just better to listen even to a beginner. So I'm gonna show you some chords. Again, like the strumming will not be crazy. I will not stop it. I will make mistakes for sure. Sometimes it will not sound great, but I just want you to have a feeling of where I'm at right now, okay? And I don't know, then I will just like close up the video and that's it. And yeah, like they just factor in the added nervousness. But yeah, I really want to keep this, real. I want to keep this realistic and lifelike and not overproduced. I think most of YouTube is overproduced. There's a lot of super great videos, but it's always like movie quality and they're just perfect. They like record everything like note by note. And again, I'm really not judging these people, but all I'm saying, for me as a beginner, I want to say something that's a struggle. So that's what you will see, I guess. So let's get to it. I would say. Let me mute the microphone. Yeah, so that's where the chords are currently. I don't know, like I can also do it individually just so you can grasp. So yeah, and I will do one or two riff I currently learned from the course. For sure it will not be without fault, but that's the fun of it, huh? So yeah, so this is the current state. Yeah, there were two riffs and the chords. Yes, as you can hear, like I just want to talk about a bit about the challenges. I think muting is a challenge for sure. I am nowhere near any good in that. With the chords, for example, with the chords, when you have to pick everything out, that's fine. I mean, if every string has to be voiced, that works well, of course, more or less. But the thing is, like muting it after, when you just do another chord and you don't want the like thickest string to ring, that's hard. Also picking up like with D chord, for example, you just do the like thinnest four, and very often I hit E, and I very often hit A, two thickest strings, and it sounds not that good. And with other chords too, I think that's a big issue. I really try, but it's very hard to control it all the time. I also found that on acoustic guitar, I'm worse because somehow maybe that's how it's set up. I feel the strings are much higher, so I would recommend to just maybe practice on both. Because, for example, the chords I can do here, they ring out very well with the pressure and everything, my finger position. But then I switch to acoustic, and for some reason, maybe the settings, some difference of the instrument. but I really suspect the like heights of the strings. It just doesn't work out properly. So I kind of practice on that too every now and then to just keep things at bay and make sure I can also use that. Yeah, so that's a challenge. Muting is a challenge for sure. Sometimes like changing strings, that's certainly a challenge because I don't know, playing something on the same string, that's not that hard, but changing strings, as you heard in some of the riffs, I like with, for example, the Seven Nation Army, I did mess up a few times. Keeping in proper time, that's also hard, so don't get discouraged by that. I'm sure I'm not there yet. I can hear that it's not perfect at all. Yeah, but so yeah, those are all the challenges and problems. But I also want to tell you that like I feel like this journey is wonderful because I can really see the progress from day to day. Just an example, you practice chord changes in this course, and when I first incorporated D minor, I just felt like it's so slow. There was a song that I couldn't play because it was just like, and I had to slow it down. I really recommend it too. Slow down any songs that you want to play because if it's too fast, start slow. That for sure works, and then you can just make it faster. But yeah, but what's wonderful is like that, like for example, how many chord changes you can do from 2 chords within a minute. There's a practice like that, and for me, it really shows progress because I don't know. In the beginning, like to each chord, sometimes it was like 5, 10, even worse. And now with these chords, at least, I know it's not perfect, but I kind of reached 50ish, and yeah, it's nowhere near perfect, but the good feeling about that is, I don't know, day by day I felt like I'm improving. At the first day I barely could do like 5 or 10. My finger just like searched for it. And I'm sure you knew that feeling when you feel like, okay, I will never get this. And even the second day was like that, and the third day it was like, it looked so impossible. That's how it felt. I felt like it's impossible to actually learn this. And to be honest, I got a bit discouraged. I just felt that like, and it's not even a long time, right? So I think like within a short time you can get discouraged, but you need to keep up with the practice routines because on the fourth day I just did 30 or 20 or something, and the next day it was 40, and maybe 2 days later it was like almost 60, and it felt so good because like looking back at where I was, it was almost just it felt almost like hard to believe that like why I ever felt like this is not doable because like somehow your muscles just remember all these positions, and all of a sudden it just goes there, your fingers go there, it will click. All I can say is just maybe for you it's shorter time, maybe for you it's longer time, but it will click over time. So don't give up because like there will be a day when you actually break the ice and when it will actually work out and you will be so happy about it. So all I can say is I know it's a struggle, I know it's a challenge, but just maybe practice with me, maybe start your journey today because you don't have to be perfect. Just get the cheapest guitar, more or less. I mean, there's good guides on the internet, and I can also talk about this a bit, but these days a used guitar can like serve you pretty well in the beginning. So just get something cheap, maybe even use your computer and just get going because that's the most important thing to start it. You don't have to be perfect, especially in the beginning. You only have to do one thing: practice. And one big other topic I just quickly want to share in this, and then I will just like finish the video. But I don't know. Life goes by, like work and friends and hobbies and everything. I have other things to do apart from guitar. And I think you should do something that's easy. That's something you should set a practice time per day or certain days on a week, which is easy to do. Like, don't do 1 hour, don't do 2 hours. If you feel like you're going well at it, just continue doing it. But I think you should set the bare minimum. Currently, I'm doing 20 minutes as a bare minimum per day. And I'm trying to aim for 5 days, but I'm not gonna lie. There were days when I missed 4 days in a row, and you know what? This will also demotivate you very very quickly, because you would feel like, all right, I'm not even doing this. Who am I kidding? But that's not true. Just appreciate it. Life goes by. You will have family meetings, friend meetings, work meetings. You will be tired. And I think that 20 minutes is very doable. But just because you missed 4 days, don't say that you can't do this anymore. Don't feel like you, I don't know, messed up, because you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you didn't mess up. Just get back at it. Start playing again. You will be a bit worse than before, but it will not all be gone. I promise you. So just really, like, no matter how much, like, one thing I can say: consistency. Even if it's just like 5 minutes, practice for that 5 minutes per day, even just for fun. Just do it. Like, if you do it every day, 5 minutes, that will be much better than not doing it at all. And yeah, there will be cases once in a while when you just can't do it for days, and then don't be discouraged by that. Just keep up your regime as well as you can. Just do that 5 practice sessions per day or something, per week. Do that 20 minutes, which is not too much, right? Just aim for that. But whenever you feel like you can't, just don't pressure yourself too much. This should be fun, and also this should be something you can keep up in the long run. I think consistency and keeping it up on the long run is the key here. And I am very happy about my progress currently, because I just feel the lecture itself like helps me out a lot. I think in the next video, maybe it will be a base video about the progress there, but at the same time I just want to talk about why I choose this course, and I want to talk about what were my struggles and why I just dropped it so many times. So I would say tune in for the next videos, but also check my website, which I will give you a link, and check my podcast, because next week I will release this episode and it will also talk about this topic, like how to actually keep up habits and hobbies. And particularly, I will use these as an example, which I do. So it's not just an arbitrary opinion, but this is actually something I have experience with. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this provides you guidance, or at least just some comfort that you're not alone and the progress you're doing is great, and it will not be perfect from the first time, but you will get there. And let's keep up this journey together. And just, if you practice with me, or at least just use this time to get a reminder that you have to practice. If you haven't started it yet but you want to, just start it tomorrow and just watch the videos, tune in, and I don't know, just see me struggle, I guess. But I will, just for my motivation and yours. So thanks for checking and have a great day.